Good morning. This is Melissa Ryan joining you outside the Golden Wellbeing Collective, my office here in Golden. And it's beautiful outside. It has finally warmed up. I know I always talk about the temperature. I woke up this morning and when I headed to the office, it was 10 degrees, which just seemed too darn cold to be outside. So I waited. It's now 25, 26 degrees outside and the sun is out, so it's feeling, quite lovely. So the title for today is basically how to use the dog philosophy to improve relationships. And so you might be wondering, what is the dog philosophy? And I didn't even know it was really a concept until I was talking with my office mate who said he had stumbled on an article about it. And I was like, oh, that's similar to something that I tell my clients, which is to channel their dog when they greet one another. All of us that really love dogs and animals, that really connect with them, one of the great things is how they greet us. They often, particularly with dogs, they're just so excited to see you, and you feel this warmth and kindness, and they're very present, and that energy just makes you feel good. It feels good to be greeted that way. Sometimes it can be a little overpowering, but overall it feels really awesome. And so today I wanted to just really talk about the power of channeling that energy and that way of being with your loved ones, particularly your intimate partner or intimate partners, and that how much value that brings to your interaction with your partner. It can really set the stage and the tone for your time together, particularly after a long day of work. And so a lot of my clients talk about, they come home and they're so tired. And so we come up with ways that they can re-energize and reconnect and have energy so that when they do see their partner, most of the time they can channel that dog energy and smile and be excited and be present. That's one of the beautiful things that dogs can bring us. And so my question today for you folks is thinking about what are some things you love about dogs? What are the behaviors or wisdom you've gained from observing dogs? As I mentioned, that power of presence, if we were to channel that, how do you think that would impact the interaction you have with your partner? A lot of us can get stuck just in the day-to-day, and it feels monotonous. And there's a really good talk that David Wallace Foster, I think, I'll post it in the comments, but I have it posted on the Facebook page, but he talks about how we just get in this rat race. And so just wanting to talk about what can you do to get out of the monotony of the day? And part of that is being present. And so if you channel or you observe dogs, they're just taking it in as it's coming. And they're very in the moment, very sensory driven. And so when we access that parts of our brain, when we have that presence, we have the opportunity to channel a type of energy that might have escaped us throughout the day. And so in seeing our partners, what would it be like if we channeled that warmth and that excitement and our eyes widened and got brighter? Because unfortunately, overall as an adult population, we don't smile very much. The average adult smiles 20 times a day, and if you compare that with the average 4-year-old of 400 times a day, somewhere between 4 and the time we become an adult, we lose 380 smiles a day, which if you calculate that over the course of a year, that is a lot of freaking smiles. And that impacts our overall mood, our overall satisfaction with our life. And so there's a technique, it actually comes out of DBT, but that's this idea of just smiling. And the act of smiling and engaging those muscles, even if we're not feeling particularly stoked, will shift our mood. there's an awesome TED Talk by Amy Cuddy about how our body and our posture can really shift our mood, and how that really can impact not only how we're feeling, but then how others experience us. And so if we're coming in to the house and we're like, okay, we're gonna put my shoulders back, I just put on a favorite song before you see your partner. That's really going to get you in that present state and that stoked state. And then walk in, have that smile, be engaged, have that body posture that really, is channeling that sense of empowerment. And I believe you me, it will really rub off, and your partner will feed off that energy. Just like and I don't know another term for this, but if we walk in with the term, the common term is RBF, which is just that face that doesn't look very happy about the world or how things are going on, that sets the tone for how our partner experiences us. Even if our face has nothing to do with what they're doing, they receive that, and it impacts the ecosystem that you share, right? And so they receive that and they're like, oh gosh, like what's going on? And then they're gonna subconsciously respond to you differently. Just like when we see somebody that smiles at us and genuinely seems happy to see us, similarly to our dogs, that just feels really good, and it can shift our experience. And so if you both take turns of really trying to channel that energy and approach one another with that positivity and smiling, it will overall have a huge impact on your relationship. I mean, we can't always be happy. Things will have come up during the day that it makes sense for us not to be in a happy state, and that's not what I'm advocating for. But I just want you to think about that. I see a truck approaching, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Leave you with this thought of be present, bring joy, and see what kind of impact it has on your relationship. It can really shift your ecosystem internally by smiling more, and your partner benefits from it as well. All right, take care. Bye.